This is Ice Cream Gecko, and in today's video we are going to take a look at the GoPro Mission 1 Pro and the GoPro point-and-shoot grip for the Mission 1 series. I bought this on the GoPro website. I actually pre-ordered it, so I got the point-and-shoot grip alongside the camera for free. And yeah, I'm actually quite happy about this. I never would have thought that I would want something like this, but in the recent weeks and months I have warmed up to the idea of using an action camera as a point-and-shoot camera. And since the point-and-shoot camera market has, well, developed in a way that is not very good for me, I'm very glad that this does actually exist and that I will be able to use it with the GoPro Mission 1 Pro. Now, let's go to the GoPro first, the Mission 1 Pro. Yes, I bought this on the GoPro website, so I do not know if this fancy looking, not very fancy looking, but paper wrapper comes with the GoPro usually, but it says here that we are supposed to remove the paper wrap before displaying or stocking product. That's very interesting. I didn't expect that, but I like this. I will probably keep this because I am weird. Not very weird, I just like stuff that's not very usual, right? Anyway, let's take this off. It's my first GoPro. Did I say that before? I do not know. And here we have it, the Mission 1 Pro. I always held off with the GoPros. There was always something that kept me from going for one of these sales, for one of these deals, but wow, the times have changed. The Mission 1 has changed the times for me, and I'm quite happy looking at this now. My first GoPro. I've been using the Drift Goes S since maybe 2013 or 14, whenever it came out. I bought it not long after, and I used it as a camera, as a helmet camera for tens of thousands of kilometers on my motorcycle, and I'm now using it as a dash cam in the car. Never was really happy with the image quality of that, but at the time the GoPros were a bit more clunky, I suppose, with the whole waterproof case or skeleton case that you would have had to put onto the helmet as well, and the drift was just more convenient for me as a motorcycle commuter. But this one here now, this one changes everything for me. Yes, a 1-inch sensor, the 8K 60 open gate stuff. I don't have the computer to handle these files anyway, but I will at some point in the future, and I guess this one is future-proofing my video taking for quite some time. Let's take a quick, we've taken a quick look around the box. I am actually a bit nervous because this is actually quite exciting for me. It's so pretty. So pretty. It looks a bit different, looks a bit more professional, I suppose. I really like that. Also on my EOS 70D doesn't have it, but these professional cameras, they always have these texturized hulls for the camera, right? The bodies. I do not know what the actual body of the camera is made out of. Maybe it's metal, and that would be amazing. Now let's take it out of its box. I should be opening it on the bottom here, right? Let's do that. The moment of truth. I hope that I don't end up with a unit that has got any sort of sensor difficulties. I hope I'm just going to be able to use this for until the end of time. Wow, even the cardboard box here has got a nice texture to it. Will I turn into a GoPro fanboy? Probably not, but I do like this one. I hope. Oh, wrong way around. I'm rambling quite a bit, but this is how I roll. Yeah, this is it. Your camera must be updated before you can use it. Okay, yeah, I've heard of that. They all seem to do that nowadays. I actually have got this subscription now on the GoPro website. You got 1 year free subscription. Probably gonna cancel it right after that, but let's see. Maybe it's worth the money. Here we've got stickers, the most important thing, of course, whenever you buy an action camera. All sorts of tips and stuff. Have product questions? Yes, but I hope I don't need to consult anyone for them. Here it is. Hello. Okay, let's go for the cable first. Let's play it safe. GoPro branded cable. Very good, very nice. Here we have the lens hood. I don't know what it's called. Curved mount. Yes, it does have a slightly different texture. It's not just the regular cheap plastic stuff. That's the thing with these action camera and generally camera accessories. If you go for the most cheap stuff from Amazon, you do not necessarily end up with usable kit. I I had one of these cheap phone mounts for the motorcycle and I used it for quite some time, but it broke in the end. Now I have a RAM mount and that one is just fantastic. Costs a fortune, but it's amazing. Here we have the Enduro 2 battery, a bit more heavy than I thought. It's supposed to be able to fast charge, very fast. Here we have the, I guess after some time redesigned GoPro mount, the signature one that they made famous, I suppose. Never had one of these in my hands actually. I'm finally a GoPro owner. Would you believe it? No, let's go for the camera. Wee, wee, wee. Can I? Yes, I can get it out. Ooh, it's a bit chunky. Yes, must be updated. The big buttons now. Does it? No, it's plastic. Yeah, feels like plastic. The body of the camera. It's bigger than I thought. That's interesting. I don't have the drift currently in my room. It's in my car, mounted to the windscreen. But yeah, this is a bit more chunky than I thought, and a bit more heavy, like with the battery. It's got some weight to it. I do not know if I'm going to put this on my helmet, to be honest, on the front, on the chin mount. Let's see about that. Let us free it from its little paper wrapping. Do not open. Mic drain, not a door. Yes, there's this famous counter on the subreddit. Very big buttons. Let's remove the front display cover. There it is. Lovely. GoPro or go home. Let's remove the back one. I've ordered a screen protector for this already. I don't want to ruin it, so I guess I'm not going to use it all that much for the time being, only when I actually have got the screen protectors, like I usually do when I get a new phone as well. It's big though. Quite a bit bigger than I thought. And they, from what I've heard, from what I've seen, they increased the size of the screen, which is very nice. So this one actually seems like a decent enough size screen for a little camera like that. Now, moment of truth. Do we have something to take pictures, or is this just a shell? No, it seems to be a lens. Wow. I'm saying a whole lot of wow and wow, and I'm not an influencer. I'm not a social media content creator. I do not even know how to open up this thing. How do you open up this thing? Do you pull it down? Do you? I don't know. Oh yes, you pull it and then it pops up. Okay, that's nice. Slightly spring-loaded, is it? Well, a little bit. Here the battery goes in. Yeah, very nice. If I take this into the water, I will definitely use this waterproof case. I will get that if I ever take this to a lake or something, because I'm scared to ruin it. Yeah, looks alright. USB-C, that's good. Nowadays you can, with this thing, also use all of the other microphones with it. You don't have to use this GoPro, bulky GoPro USB-C adapter, which is good. Okay, let us put this back in here. Oh, and these little feet, I think those are super cool. When they first came out with these, I thought, wow, this is really changing things up now. Because this one, with these, you can now mount them very flushly to your helmet, for example. That's very nice. And they're magnetic. They are magnetic. Oh, and this two-side quick release mount that they have now, that's amazing as well. Looks a lot better than all of the other options out there. Usually it's many of these other companies just innovating and doing something good, and apparently GoPro for a long time just didn't do much at all, but with that new mount that they put out with the Hero 13 maybe, that really changed things. Yes, so ever since the Hero 10 I think came out, I watched DC Rainmaker's videos, all of these reviews for the newest GoPros. He didn't do one for the 13, but for the 11 and 12 I think he did, and the 12 was really cool looking. Never really got for the GoPro in the end, always held off and saved my money, but this one here, I like it already. It's a bit chunky, it's nice looking though. Overall I really like it. And it's actually not as small as I thought. You could use this as a camera just like this, just fine. Okay, let us take a look at the, how do I place this here? It's an action camera, I shouldn't be having to be that careful with it I suppose, but whenever I get new stuff, and especially camera gear, I try to be very careful. How do we open up this thing here? Let's open it up here. Oh no, I broke it. I like to keep the boxes all over of all of this stuff, and now I broke it. Now I can just rip it apart, I suppose. What have I done? No more display case action. Yeah, box is empty. We are continuing with the most boring unboxing of the GoPro Mission 1 Pro ever recorded. And here we have the grip. Oh. Ah. Nothing else in here. Okay. So this doesn't have any electronics with it, in it. It's just the case, like a cage for it, and then the actuator, which is just something that pushes onto the button, as you can see right there. And then the lanyard. The lanyard seems to be a lot more thick than I thought. Really looking forward to using this, actually. Really do. Over the years, I really... Did I say that? Or did I say that in a previous take of the video? I started the video like a million times because I always thought I have misspelled, misspoken. Wow, comes off. And now this... Yes, this comes off here. And this... Oh, you can also use it like that. That's very nice. So this one is plastic. I was wondering like what the actual materials are of these things. This one here is plastic. The button is metal. This stuff already I don't know. So this one is nice and light and cheap. And this one here is all metal. That's pretty. I mean, I say all metal. It's got some synthetic rubber thingies here, which is good. And this is also plastic. Two different plastics. Yeah. Opa. Sorry. I'm sorry. This is to press down, and this was also something I was wondering about, like how does this open up, because that's actually quite important. If it would, you know, if you push on the side here, right, it could just open up by having it in a bag somewhere, but it opens up if you push the front down, you see, and you can see that with this hinge here. That's what I expected it to perform, like you push down on it in the front and then you open it up like that, and then you just slide the camera into it like that. Oh, I touched the lens. Oi. Then you close it up. Oh, that's a chunky boy. Looks really good. It looks rugged. Looks solid. What is this for? For that. Okay, so you can just... Oh, that's nice. But does it pop back in? Okay, it doesn't want to pop back in. Wait, how does this work now? So you can open it up, and then I guess you're supposed to... Ah, okay. You have to push it a bit further, a bit heavier. Okay, this is what it looks like. Looks chunky. Looks very nice. So you can mount it on a tripod with a regular phone screw, like this, or like this, and then you can pop this thing back on here. Can we just push it? Or do we have to... Because we have to push it down a bit on the button, and then it locks like that, and then we put the trigger back on, and that's it then. Let's put on the lanyard, go into point and shoot mode. Shit! I like it, I really do. It's the perfect size, and it fits. I mean, okay, not the perfect size. The grip could be a bit bigger, but it's a small form factor action camera, right? So, yeah, this is good. I like it. It looks really good with all of these cutouts, like the black metal that we have here. Slight ding here. Well, I'm gonna get a lot more dings in the future, I suppose. Overall, it looks really nice. Let us take it out of the thing again and maybe power it on. I don't think we get very far with the whole powering on process because it needs to update first, I suppose. But let's see. Just hold it once. Okay, that doesn't do anything. Hold it. Huh? Kaputt. Wait, do I have to like properly charge it before I actually turn it on? Oh, it doesn't have the battery in. Oh my god. It doesn't, yeah. You see, it is quite chunky. It's not the lightest thing in the world, so yeah, yeah, the battery. How does it get in like that? I always need to. Is there something that we need to take off? Oh no, it's just this detent to keep it nice and centered, like that. Then we push it down, and then we push it like this. Now it should turn on. Wow. Wee wee wee. I'm making all of these noises. I know I'm embarrassing, but this is nice. Okay, I guess I'll keep it at English and update it, and then I'll take some videos with it. And in the future, you can watch some of my videos shot on the Mission 1 Pro. And I think this is where I'm this is where I'm going to leave it for this particular video. Yes, the unboxing for the GoPro Mission 1 Pro that I have recently acquired. I like it so far. I'm looking forward to properly testing it out. You will definitely not see a review from me. If you want a review of this camera, take a look at a channel that I will link in the video description. That person is a lot more capable at doing proper reviews for cameras, because I'm not. I'm just going to use this as a hobbyist, and I will take an awful lot of photos with it, I suppose. 50 megapixel sensor, that's very nice. And I guess this is going to be a lot more capable than my phone's 50 megapixels. Yes, I guess it's going to look a bit nicer. Anyway, let's leave it at that. If you've got a question or a video suggestion, feel free to leave it down in the comment section below. And if you want to see more videos just like this one, feel free to subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope I'm going to see you soon. Until then,